The Department of Steel and Non-Ferrous Metals is charged with responsibility of promotion and advancing the concept of sustainable development of the metal sector. The metal sector, specifically steel sector, is very strategic to any developing, even advancing country. Steel is power because steel is the bedrock of infrastructural development. That is the basic foundation of all materials. We are saddled with the responsibility of making sure that at least we produce enough steel materials and other metals in the country by bringing out, recommending appropriate policy that investors will key in. In recognition of the importance of steel, the federal government some years back in the early 70s established the foundation laying ceremony of steel companies. Federal government established the Ajakuta Steel Company, the Delta Steel Company, and the 3 inland rolling mills, and the aluminum smelter in Ikorobasi. But over the years, because of the change in policy of government, most of these assets were privatized and some were commissioned. And unfortunately, they have not been working as they are supposed to. But the private sector has taken actually the initiative through the favorable policy that government has put in place. We have several other steel companies. You know, Nigeria spends over $3 billion importing steel products and allied products. To produce steel, you need iron ore, you need limestone, you need bauxite, you need lime, you need manganese. So these are all mining-based materials. When you develop your steel sector, you are actually developing the mining sector. So that is the link between the steel sector and mining development. Once you develop the steel sector, all the raw materials that goes into steel production are materials that are mined, and these are bulky materials. If I give you the example of Ajakuta Steel Company at the first phase is to produce 1.3 million tons of steel per annum. And to produce 1.3 million tons of steel, you need about 2.2 to 2.4 million tons of iron ore concentrate. And to produce about 2 million tons of iron ore concentrate, you probably need about 4 to 5 million tons of run of mine. So you can see the huge potential in the mining sector. And that is just iron ore. You will need coal, you will need limestone, you need bauxite, you need lime. So developing the steel sector is, in a way, developing the mining sector. So that is the huge potential that is there in the steel development. Then apart from steel development, you have other metals too. Apart from steel, one of the major metals that we use is aluminum. And what is the basic raw material for aluminum? Is alumina. You get alumina from bauxite. So you also have to mine bauxite to process it into alumina and then to produce aluminum. If we are producing aluminum, you need mine material to produce. So it's like that in all the metal sector. Once you develop the metal sector, you are developing the mining sector as well. So they go hand in hand. Now, because of the new role of government, government used to be owner and operator, but the role of government is now as a regulator to provide enabling environment for the private sector. Our role is to ensure that government has come up with conducive policies, fiscal policies that will enable the private sector to thrive. We have so many steel companies that are producing construction iron rods, but mainly from melting of 100% scrap. There is a tariff policy to protect the steel industry so that at least they will be able to compete. So there are a number of policies that government has put in. Like if you're establishing a steel plant, the equipments you are importing, there are certain equipments that government gives waiver on duty just to incentivize the imports of some of those materials. So basically, our own is to make sure that at least there is a favorable policy to protect the local industry in the country, so that at least they will be able to compete, not allow companies to be importing the same products that are producing. And we also charge, like for iron rods, there is a 10% levy. If you import iron rods, you must pay to government 10% levy. This is done in order to protect the local steel companies. These are normally like the levy is collected by the customs on behalf of government. So once you import through the port, definitely the customs will collect and pay it to government coffers. Based on the situation government finds itself, the issue of anything chargeable, either tax or levy, government agencies do take it very, very serious now. The minister has made quite a number of changes in our mines offices, and that has translated to quite an improvement in the revenue the sector is getting. And actually, the Honorable Minister, to enhance their activities, in the last year's budget, almost all the federal mines officers they purchased vehicles for them. Even though most of the mines officers in the country, they don't have vehicles. But to enhance their activities, all the mines officers were provided with a vehicle. And there has been a remarkable improvement in the revenue collected by the federal mines officers.